Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. Yeah, if you can just use the chat and let us know where you guys are tuning in, that'll be great. Hello from Fergus. Hello. Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. We're just gonna wait a couple of minutes before we start so people can tune in. Uh, great to have you again. Another month of the sessions. Alaska, all right. Deep in the woods of MA, Spain, Dubai, Denmark, Panama, Memphis. Great. Toronto. Incredible. Ireland. Oh, Dallas. Great. Anyone from Mexico? Not yet. From India. Good. Good. Spain. Thank you so much, guys, for being here today. I'm super happy and super excited to be here today. If you just arrived into the session, my name is Josue. You probably know me. And I've been doing these sessions, and part of the intention of this session is to inspire students and creators worldwide to connect with their inner minds and processes by sharing top artists and creators in the immersive experience industry. Every month, we talk to a creator in our industry, in our live, in our YouTube and Twitch channels. Thank you so much for your help and contribution. You guys make this channel work, and I hope you enjoy this session. And I'm really excited to introduce you in a few moments to Alexander, who is a creative producer and co-founder of Sila Sveta. Sila Sveta is an interactive media production and conceptual design studio. They operate globally and create digital immersive experiences and narrative installations, combining high-end projection and display technologies with robotics, VR, holograms, and theatrical performance. Thank you so much, Alex, for being here today. I'm super excited. I'm super excited that you guys accepted our invitation. It's an honor. We've been following you for a long time. Like you guys are also one of the pioneers in this industry. Thank you so much for your contribution to this channel with the students. So I'm gonna first let Alex to talk a bit more about what is Sila Sveta and a bit more about their philosophy. After that, we're going to continue with a few questions from the HQ. And as you know, people in the audience can make some questions too, so we can prepare them to start asking whatever thing they want with about the studio. So it's all yours, please. Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you for the invitation, and I'm super happy to be on your platform and describe what we are doing. I hope I just came from Peru and get cough a little bit, so I hope it will be not disturb you. So yes, Sila Sveta. I have small presentation about ourselves. It's so funny to describe in one presentation about what we are doing for 15 years, but I will try. So firstly, do you know, by the way, what Sila Sveta means?
Oh, wait. Yes, I was going to ask you. That was one of my questions, but I forgot to add it. It was like, oh, what does it mean, Sila Sveta? I always wanted to ask you that, and then I forgot to put that question. Please go ahead.
Okay, I think you see the presentation. So it's power of light. It means power of light in Russian, Sila Sveta. So this is our like a bit philosophy and slogan, the purpose of light. I was just in Peru and asked shaman, what is the light? And he showed me. So, and I think this is our we're addicted by the light. We are big fans of what I've been working in this industry for 15 years, and I guess I will work 15 years more, because you discover each year, you discover more and more. Yes, there's so many layers inside of it. And our philosophy is we unite art and technology to inspire people. This is our logo, two dots. One of them is art, and another one is technology. Maxim Zhestkov, maybe you heard about this artist. He made my close friend. He made this clip. And so, what does it mean for us, art? So, of course, everything it starts from the idea. So it's idea. We have 5 talented creative minds, creative directors. We have art direction. We have, of course, we do the video art, video CG graphics, creative coding. Now it's quite kind of combination. Yes. In the past, it was, separate, like engineers and artists. And now everything is combined with each other. So creative coding. We have in our studio people who is doing the architecture, for example, for set design, or now we are doing the museums, and that's how you need people who understand the space, how to do the decorations, the props, graphic design, choreography. It's one of the parts. We don't have in-house, but we have a great freelance base with it. And technology. We are talking about LED screens, lasers, projection, computer video vision, of course, holograms. We like it. This technology, robot arms, artificial intelligence, real-time tracking. So it's kind of like now we have on board in-house, we have 50 designers, and we have 25 or 30 engineers and the technical crew. So we cover like a 360, and it's good what we have in-house, all these people, because if you have a crazy idea, that's it. It's not the end. You need to make it. And after creative director goes to technical director, and he said, no way, it's impossible. But after a while, they found the decision how to make it. Okay, so I don't know. Do we need to see showreel? How you think?
I don't know, whatever you want. Or maybe
Okay,
you can talk on top of the show reel. I mean, like it's.
Yeah, just this is our XR experiment was okay. Okay, works clients. Yeah, so we worked with I think mostly with all car brands, with a lot of music artists. So anyway, if we want to show what we are doing, so we are doing a part of it is I separated to B2B, business to business, and business to the client. Yes, B2 to C. So we do the big opening ceremonies, like we've made the closing ceremony for FIFA and opening ceremony of Asian Cup. We do digital immersive exhibitions in museums. This is more our own producer projects, city events and mapping projects, multimedia performances. This is our passion, more like artistic. We show how our vision and permanent installations, live concert events, outdoor activations, and product launch. Okay, let me show our latest product. This is our Asian Cup opening ceremony. We made it with a Qatar studio in Qatar. So we've made a set design for it and all the computer graphics on the screen. We was involved on their creative team who made all this story. Yes, it was challenging because the scale of it's quite big. Samsung Unpacked was we are working with Samsung since 2017, and we like to work with them because they always wants to do something out of the box, not like a PDF presentation, boring PDF presentation. They want to use all new technologies, and this is very resonate with us. And like I said to you, we like to do the immersive exhibitions experiences, and one of them, Balloon Museum, we made VR experience for them, and this is one of my favorite installations. It's so easy, but it's so cool. You're drowning in the balls and all this, and we've made the visuals for the sphere. This is our project, of immersive experiences. It's a kind of like edutainment. Tutankhamun, the story of King Tut. We open it in Madrid, and now it's all over the world. I guess in 5 cities now. Our client is MAD, MAD. It's a great guys, and we work with them, and we like to do all this. And there's a lot of story behind. And now we opened the last day of Pompeii. Oh, this is one of my favorite projects, Sensor. It's a banded radio telescope in Armenia. I was in Armenia just like a tourist, and one of my friends, he knows that I'm crazy about all these space things, and he said, "Okay, I need to show you something." And when we came to this abandoned radio telescope, it's amazing. Inside of the mountains, whereas like a huge radio telescope, and I brought the lasers and that made it show. And it was a small electronic festival we've made with my friends, and we've made this show, and a lot of people came there. One night, it's this radio telescope become alive again. Okay, so and we like to do some fashion things. For example, we've made this Puma projects just 1 month ago. All these visuals we've made. Okay, so I think it's enough for now.
It's incredible. So you guys started in 2008, right?
Right. Actually, I started in 2006.
Yeah, 2006. But yeah. You guys had. When did Sila Sveta begin this journey with digital art? How was it like from doing like all these huge, big, immersive, large-scale projects? From what is the beginning of it?
It was more coincidence than a plan. 15 years ago, we didn't have any plan, and it's all started in very, how to say it, not the best district areas in Moscow. It was very troubled area, absolute gray reality, high-rise building. So since childhood, we wanted to add colors to it. We loved rave culture and graffiti a lot. So at one of the parties, we met an interesting businessman who at this time bought a slide projector, which we start using. I'll show you. There's no TouchDesigner inside of it. Look at that. This is the technology which
What is that?
That's how it started, man. This is the okay. See, he bought this huge outdoor projection system. That's how it sounds. So it's 100,000 lumens. Can you imagine? So
What
powerful.
the hell? Whoa,
100,000 lumens. Yes,
damn.
and
Want
it's
to
a
use it?
slide projector, and you don't have any animation. You just make you print in printer these slides, cut on the pieces, and put inside of the film, and just use it. And there's like animation. It goes from left to right or from up to down. So he bought these projectors and asked me, "Do you want to work with that, Alex?" Because in that time I do a lot of graphic design and like graffiti, and he knows I'm artist, so he asked me to help him. He wanted to do the advertising, but soon there's a lot of LED screens at the town, and he said like, "Okay, this is my gift to you. Take it and do whatever you like." Well, we had these crazy projectors, and, this, and we started with that technology. We started projecting on the buildings, and after a while, I decided to go to one of the underground clubs in Moscow, and I brought these crazy projectors there, and that's how I started working there, just to do the crazy visuals, but it was very static. But even like that, in that club, because it was very famous club, it was a lot of people came there from the brand directors or marketing directors, and they saw our potential. They understand that we were crazy guys, so they start asking us to do some commercial things. And step by step, we start working with in the field of commercial projects. But our passion, our India and DNA is to work in the clubs. I think that's how we started. I can show you some. I want to show you.
You know what? This is it. In these sessions, most of the creators they mentioned they started on the clubs. Back in the days, back in 2000, 6, 8, 5.
There's no limits in the clubs because you don't need to, all these brand pillars. You don't need to talk with the client and the people in the raves and who is dancing. They so open for the new, yes. And for example, this is one of my favorite projects. You see, we use the crane. We put the lasers on the crane. You see, it's crazy. It's some old factory. It's a Nina Kravitz, and there's a lot of good music artists. Yes, so we started from that. And if we are talking about TouchDesigner, by the way, one of my friends joined their Sila Sveta, Dmitry Napolnov, and he's a quite genius in TouchDesigner. And we're one of the first studios who, because we didn't have money to buy all these expensive servers and projectors, so we start experiments how to make it. And and we was one of the first companies who used the TouchDesigner like a service. For example, I show you this crazy project.
Greg, the founder of TouchDesigner, he usually joined these sessions, so he may be around here.
Look at that. It was in 2012. So if you see, this is Dmitry. You see, we connect by the TouchDesigner, all these visuals, and project on the spaceship Buran. It was fun. It was adrenaline. It calls adrenaline festival of their extreme sport. of snowboarding. So yes,
How
step
many
by
people?
step we start.
How many people is in the studio right now?
140 right now.
And like I assume like after many successes, for sure there is failure, right? And how
Mm.
failure set up for your later success. Do you have any favorite failure of yours in the studio?
Failure. Good question. Well, interesting story happened to us at Coachella. World-known techno DJ Nina Kravitz decided she asked us to join and to make set design for her performance. So we came to Coachella, and it was in 2018. It was a time when it was a lot of people, a lot of interesting people there. I mean, the main producers from different brands, like Kanye West, and a lot of like great musical artists in there. So everyone was interested how she will perform, and we can show our skills. But something happened during that. She decided to read poetry during her performance at the stage. And we also decided to do a small theatrical performance. But that is not that we usually do. It's not our playground. So we had no experience in theatrical performances. So everything turned into a big mistake. I saw how 10,000 people turned into 1,000 and then just 100. And of course, the problem was not only with us. Of course, Nina decided to do a theatrical performance. Then everyone expected techno music from her. And I remember in our VG booth where it was one big producer who was stand behind me, and he said, like, Alex, this is the right moment. Okay, this is it. So show your skills. After a half an hour, he disappeared. And I realized if you're good on something, for example, if you're going to, so it's important to showcase your best skills. If you're on a commercial festival, don't experiment. Don't do the art house if you're in Coachella, for example. Show you the best skills. But anyway, it's my experience. And another thing is a few years ago, a very large brand wanted to buy Sila Sveta because we were not very organized and we were more artists than managers. That big company simply didn't understand what our structure looks like and refused to make an acquisition. We didn't make money and we continued to be independent. So from now, I understand that it was a good decision because now we're still in a good shape and we're still independent. And I think it's not a failure actually, but it was funny how they came and start, interview us, and we just like out of space from this.
How does your company is value? And but like it's kind of clear from what I've seen. The content that you guys produce with installations, with the shows, with these kind of like domes, there's always a story and there's always a process. And I'm really interested every time, in process, because myself, I'm very into processes and how to make things work. Like, what is your process while working with this large scale artwork? Because how do you guys take care of one mission, which is, let's do this immersive show in Dubai or in whatever city. What is this process? How does it look?
So, firstly, I think you have to ask yourself what inspires you. Sometimes it inspires the idea, and sometimes it inspires you technology. For example, you want to work with something new, hologram, or I don't know, like Vision Pro, for example. It's for me, it's quite interesting technology now because I just bought it, and this is high-end technology, and I want to do something with that. I think it will be quite interesting for your personal exhibition, for example, just to do an app and show, this um, journey just for yourself, just for one person. And if sometimes we want to experiment with for example, kinetic, and our technical director come to me and say like, look, Alex, I have this new technology, how you think? And you start thinking how you want to use it. Or it can be an idea is better, it's a chicken and egg. Yes. What inspires you? Well, so yes, if we have an idea, I think it's better because you don't have any limits, because you have your vision. Technology is limitate you. Am I right? Sorry for my English. It's not my
No,
best
no, it's
study,
fine.
but
It's fine. It's fine.
so yeah, and there are, for example, like Tutankhamun story. We start reading. We went to the Egypt, to the Grand Egyptian Museum, start discovering what is all about, what's behind it. The inspiration can comes from the visuals of the treasures, for example, of King Tut. And now we understand that it's better to use a 360 room. And after the process is the same. You do the mood board, you write the script, you lock it with the client or with the investor, and after you do the storyboard. And it's very important to connect all the people who involved in the project to describe your idea inside of it, to find the right artistic way, to find the style of the show. And after we do like step by step, first animation, photomatic, animation 1, animation 2, and to the final process. And of course, music is very important for us.
I always say, like, for me, music sometimes is like 60% of the experience, right? Yeah, I put it like this. I always say, like, it's highly important, to have a powerful music, because you can have the most interesting visuals, but if the music of the show it's lacking of soul and it's lacking of purpose, I don't know. This is the way that I see it. I don't know, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I totally with you. But the best artist, he's doing such kind of visuals that you hear the music even without the music, because the rhythm of the animation is so good that you understand what he's talking about,
Yeah.
how it sounds.
So, I mean, there's a lot of people here that is connected, and if everyone wants to start putting their questions, you can use the chat right now to start writing some questions, and then we're gonna read them to Alex. And what advice would you give to young professionals who just like entering into our industry? Like, this industry is relatively new. Like, it wasn't even called an industry. Like the name immersive and this kind of stuff is just something that is relatively new. So people that are just getting in, what is the advice that I mean, if you have the power to go to your past self, and you want to have that advice, what would that advice will look like?
Well, um, it's funny that I don't know. I can say that don't focus on money at the beginning. Um, in the beginning, building your portfolio is crucial. And if you have opportunity to work somewhere just for free, do it, because at the beginning you need to have this experience. You need to work hard, because portfolio is your main focus on your portfolio. It was my strategy at the beginning, because I tried hard to. I just came to, if I liked musical artist or the brand, I went there and asked him or her, "Can I work with you? I don't need money. I just want to work with you, because I need this portfolio. I need this experience." And another advice, I think, don't be afraid to take your own responsibilities, because a lot of designers are afraid to take them. Be risky. If you want to try new technology and you don't have a skills, try it. Experiment with that. I don't know. That's my advice.
You know what other advice I can give based on what I've seen from your work, from your studio, to create their own personal projects. And this is something that you guys breathe. You know, like sometimes you build this very experimental, but it's not for a client. It's just very
It's for us. It's very important that I'm still a creative director, even I'm a co-founder, and I can just focus on the business. But I think it's very important to be inside of it, to go to the deeper inside your team, to understand what they need and to understand how it works now, and be just a regular creative director, to see how our engineers work, to see how our designers works. It's very important for the director to understand what's going on inside of your company. And this is, I think, the advice for the owners of the company.
totally.
Another thing, if you look at our portfolio, 50% is not a commercial project. We want to show our artistic vision, and each our creative director has he has to do two times a year his own artistic project, and we will invest to it. For example, if you want to work in the Festival of Light, or do just crazy project for itself in the lab, and it's very important not to lose your artistic vision. This is, I think.
Incredible. Okay, so before we continue, I'm just gonna make a small pause to talk about the HQ, and then we can continue talking a bit more about the question that we are receiving in the chat. So if you guys can write your question, please go ahead. So briefly, let me talk to you about the Interactive and Immersive HQ Pro. Is the only school for immersive designers, creative technologies, and TouchDesigner artists and developers. So right now we have over 60 full TouchDesigner and creative technology video courses, 170 plus hour of content. We also have this private group with coaches like Elburs and Matthew Ragan, who can answer you the questions. And we also offer some accelerator sessions with these mentors in the industry. There is over 120 custom-built TouchDesigner tools, project files, templates, and there is the only certification program for interactive tech and media professionals. And right now there is an HQ 7-day trial. You can go ahead in the link if you want to try and test it, and please go ahead and give it a look. All right, let's go back with the audience and with the questions, so to see what's in there. So this is a very interesting question. How's the process of creating something compelling when the wanted to use some technology is the origin of the project, to avoid just having cool tech but no substance or message?
I don't know how to answer this question.
Yeah.
So it depends what you put inside of it. Yeah, but it's quite risky just to focus on the technology and to play just in a. It becomes too artificial. You're right, absolutely. But this is the question to the creative director. This is the question to yourself, how you can improve this technology. For example, robotic arm can dance so smoothly that you feel that it's a belly dancer. But it depends on the coder, yes, and depends what you put inside of it. But yeah, but it's tough. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's a very tough. I can see that too. So this one is really interesting too. So how is it possible for a visual artist to work with the studio?
We have hello@silasveta.com. Please send your portfolio, your CV, and we have a production director who is checking all the emails, and if you're good, we will connect with you.
Cool. So another question from Alexei is, how do you think the popularity of MSG Sphere will push planetariums around the world to reconsider their purpose, shift the emphasis from science to entertainment?
Well, the MCG Sphere. That's we are doing the show now for it. Actually, in April it will be. It's a 2000 resolution, and it's quite challenging to make it. But I think, well, it's a new step for entertainment for sure. And it's funny then if you look at the YouTube performance, the Bono is so small and and their surface is so big. And then you decide it's like, what is it now? Who is the first now? The visuals or the music or the artist? And it's I want to see it live, and soon I will see it in April. I don't know what will happen next. I heard the story that China wants to build something similar in Dubai. I guess it can be open soon. But this is the big experiment. I think we have to wait and look at that more precisely.
Yeah, I think this one is related from this question. There's like, do you need more technical side or the visual side? I think it's a combination, but I don't know what you think. Like in this project, is
we
it's
need
kind of
both.
like yeah, of course.
Both. Yes.
So another question from Fez Lab: is TouchDesigner still used for these kind of projects for visuals, or more like for data?
No, we use TouchDesigner for sure. We use all the time TouchDesigner because it's more easier. Because we still work with musical artists, independent musical artists, not the scale of Drake or Weekend. We still work with the small electronic groups, and usually they don't have money, so you don't have a budget to make the new visuals. That's how we use a TouchDesigner, because we have a lot of presets, and you just change the shape of the stage and use these presets. And real-time graphics is more, it's cooler than just a render. But I prefer it more. But I mean, sometimes render you can do the beautiful images, but in TouchDesigner it's more audio reactive, and it's more fun. So yes, we have free TouchDesigner professionals.
Can you talk more a bit more about portfolio and give a few advices on it, especially for designers or someone who specializes in between arts and technology?
Well, I think at the beginning of your professional journey, it's important to answer the question, what do you want first and foremost? Are you an artist who creates at the outset without much pay, or you are a craftsman who does other works and earns well? In my opinion, money should not guide you. And this is the main question, who you are. I think you need to answer first, because if you are artist, you have to grow your own vision and focus on your vision. Yes. And if you want to earn money and you're a craftsman, you start working on the field of commercial projects, and you can lose yourself. I saw a lot of times then people, great artists, but I thought they will be a great artist, but they become more craftsman. Am I right? Craftsman is the right word? Yes. Yes, who become more and more focused on money. So I think this is a crucial thing.
How do you feel about the use of AI in interactive installations?
Oh, I love AI. I love it. Now I'm working. I just spent the whole day today with the Mid Journey, and it becomes more and more interesting, because now we are working on the project of the we need a lot of installations near the mountain, and I want to do some crazy things with the snowboarding and stuff like that. So it's so easy to just tap your text, and it becomes more and more smarter. And I think it's a future. It's a future. My production director said that, okay, we are fired, Alex, or what? Because it's really cool. It's really cool. Yes, I like it. How you think, Jose? Do you use it?
So for example, I use a lot of AI for doing the storyboards of the things that I design. I use it for writing, for correct my writing, because I'm not a native speaking English, so I use it every time for especially to communicate myself and to write better, but also to explain some kind of storyboarding ideas at the beginning of the early process of the things that I want to do in an immersive design. Right now I'm using this in a project that I'm doing in Tokyo, in Japan, because like this, I'm creating this kind of like a billion years inside of a rock, and I'm trying to recreate this story with the use of AI. So this is for the first time that I'm using actually as a content. Normally I was using just as for concepting stuff, but right now I'm using it for the first time for content. Yeah, I think it's gonna be just some incredible tool for us to be close to us and to create with us. and it's going to be there forever. So we better learn how to use it wisely, I think. I wish we could have more time to answer all of these questions. There's a lot of questions, but we want to be respectful with your time, Alex. We're not that you're super busy with everything that you're doing. So finally, the last question that I was going to ask is, what's next for Sila Sveta?
Our thank you for this question. So the next one will be the Museum of Light, because everyone is asking us what is the power of light, and we ask ourselves what is the power of light. So this question is difficult to answer in words. So for 2 years now, we have been working on the creation of the Museum of Light, a place that will tell about the phenomenon in as much detail as possible through the prism of relationships with the people, from the first acquaintance to join flights into space. So if actually I can share with you, it will be first time I share to the audience.
Yeah, that'll be great.
This animation. No? Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So, well, so we start from the Big Bang theory. So we build. This is like just a concept. I try to sell it now in Abu Dhabi. I hope it will stand near the Team Lab museum, the Museum of Light. So this is the sphere. It's not a Las Vegas sphere, but it's still sphere. And this is the heart of our museum. It will describe the Big Bang theory. It's an LED screen, 12 meters diameter. After the 7 minutes show about the Big Bang theory, you're going to light in nature. As you see, it's not about only the digital. So we digged the minerals, which is glowing in the dark, for example. And you're going to ancient people, to the first multimedia show, the bonfire. And here we describe the meaning of light. After you're going to light in nature, we describe the phenomenon of thunder strikes, for example, and photosynthesis. And after that, you are going to light in religion, the meaning of light inside of the Islam or Christian. And it's quite challenging not to hurt the feelings of people, and we have, I just listened a lot of lectures about the meaning of light in Islam and in Buddhism, and it's so interesting. You discover new layers, like I said at the very beginning. So the idea of this museum is rediscovering light.
It's incredible. I already want to go there. Thank you so much, Alex, for your time, and thank you so much to the audience here who joined. Sometimes it's really late in some other parts of the world, but they still here.
Thank you so much.
And thank you guys for your time. Thank you so much for being here, and see you guys into the next session. See you later. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.